What's going on, guys, and welcome to today's YouTube video. And today's video is going to be a very important video in which we are going to discuss Bitcoin and Ethereum, in which both of them have been pumping like crazy the past week. We have seen beautiful long positions on both Bitcoin and on AVAX, share the idea for Bitcoin, and shared the entire trade setup for AVAX publicly on my Twitter and in my free Discord. Right now, I am more cautious. I'm not as bullish as I have been on this entire run towards the upside. I'm being a little bit more cautious right now and looking for potential downside. And in today's video, I will explain to you guys why and how we can potentially catch the trades. First of all, Bitcoin, what can we see? Just look at the naked chart, guys. Let's invert the chart because this will help a lot of you understand how to look at the market. First of all, I can see that over here we are near support, right? Because this is where we had the previous consolidation area. We got this move to the downside, this move to the downside. Both of them got bought up very quickly and we saw them move towards the upside, right? So this was the origin of this move towards the upside, or actually towards the downside, which makes this a very strong demand area. On top of that, we can also see that this move, in this case towards the downside, is pretty overextended. The only proper correction that we have seen was over here. Well, on top of that, we can see that we had the previous range lows, which are actually the range highs over here, and then we haven't seen a retest of those lows. Over here is where we have our buy side liquidity. Above the buy side liquidity, we have this unfilled imbalance over here, and we have a massive unfilled imbalance over here. Both of them are big draws on liquidity, and Bitcoin is near support. If we then go onto the relative strength index and the stochastic RSI and we reverse the chart back up, what can we see? That on the daily time frame we are seeing a potential top on the stochastic RSI, right? We are seeing a potential bearish divergence on the relative strength index. So unless we get a massive pump today on Bitcoin, this will start forming a bearish divergence. So we are forming a slight lower high on the RSI, as you can see. So high over here, lower high over here, slight lower high, but the price action is forming higher highs. Bearish divergence on the daily time frame. Very big potential top signal for Bitcoin. It's not a confirmation that we are looking at a top. It is a confirmation for me that I don't want to be looking for long positions when Bitcoin is near strong resistance and when the two indicators that I use to determine my bias are also giving potential top signals. They're giving me the signals that I have to be careful on longs, that I want to prefer shorts over longs right now. Okay, then on top of that, like I've been explaining multiple times, if we go on to the 4-hourly time frame, we are seeing a classic wick-off distribution over here in which we are within the potential UTAD/manipulation area over here. So potential distribution, potential manipulation before potential expansion towards the downside. PO3 pattern potentially developing on the Bitcoin price. Now we take the RSI, 4-hourly time frame, forming a bearish divergence. Lower high on the RSI, higher highs being formed on the Bitcoin price, forming a bearish divergence on the 4-hourly time frame. Once again, a very strong potential top signal. Okay. Now, if we go on the lower time frames, we can see another potential PO3 pattern occurring on the Bitcoin price. Distribution, manipulation, potential expansion towards the downside. So we are actually seeing a PO3 on higher time frames and a PO3 on lower time frames. The last time that Bitcoin has seen this was with the FTX crash. Now we have seen this PO3, distribution, manipulation, massive expansion, but at the same time, we were looking at this PO3. Distribution, let's remove the other ones. Manipulation, expansion. You see? So this is looking quite similar before that FTX crash. Obviously not saying that we are getting the same kind of crash. I'm just saying that we have to be a little bit more cautious and a little bit more careful because we might see some correction. I've been buying spots since 16, 17, 18K on Bitcoin, in which I hope you did as well. Right now, I'm selling some of the profits. I'm back in about 70% USDT now, looking to buy back at much cheaper prices. If we do get a confirmed flip towards the upside, I can always reinvest that 70% USDT back into the market. But let's say I do get the opportunity to buy back much cheaper, that would obviously be worth the risk. I already made some massive profits on my spot in 2023, so I can take some of that risk. Okay, so other scenario would maybe be to sweep these two highs, which is also still a possibility, and get some kind of a correction from there. But overall, I'm turning a little bit more cautious right here, turning a little bit more bearish right here, and looking for potential short positions. Ethereum, massive squeeze towards the upside. I've been telling you guys, phase goes from money flowing into Bitcoin first, and after that money will start flowing into Ethereum and into altcoins, which we are currently seeing. And that is another sign that the cycle top might potentially be in for the mid-term. Okay? So that is exactly what we are seeing on Ethereum. Massive squeeze towards the upside. People start shorting over here without any confirmation, and then they get squeezed towards the upside. Okay, they get wrecked because they short without any confirmation. Right now, Ethereum has been sweeping some massive highs over here and over here. Very important high time frame liquidity taken on Ethereum, which potentially means that market makers have pushed the price towards this liquidity box, right? Because they knew there was massive amounts of liquidity resting above this high, and maybe they are accumulating their short orders and they are using the liquidity to sell their Ethereum because breakout traders are buying and retail traders had their stop loss above this high over here. So potentially taking profits over here before we start forming some midterm correction. Now, I've been telling you guys, if we go to my Twitter on yesterday, that this was the potential scenario that I was looking to trade on Ethereum. Let's go down a little bit over here. I said I was looking for a sweep of the range high, you see, which we are currently seeing. So we are exactly seeing what I was hoping that we would see. So we have our range high over here. Maybe extend it a little bit towards this. And we are now seeing this sweep. So potentially market makers start to accumulate those short orders. If we now get a breakback below that range high, I will short it on the retest of the range high over here towards the downside. That is my potential trade scenario on Ethereum. The problem is I'm not looking to short strength within this market, and Ethereum is looking extremely strong. Why would I short it when it is looking this strong, right? Potentially, we might be seeing some kind of a deviation above the range high. If we break back below, this would be a short trigger. Stop above the high, targeting this liquidity, and this breaker block over here for Ethereum might seem like the play. Until then, I'm patiently going to wait for the triggers to occur, for the triggers to present themselves, and I will be very, very patient. If I do see any long opportunities on some altcoins, I might still take them. But personally, I wouldn't see very high probability trades right now since Bitcoin is near resistance, since Ethereum is also breaking through the most important liquidity, has been out there for the past, let's say, the past year approximately. Okay, so definitely keeping an eye on a potential deviation back inside of this range. If we do get it, short trigger, short it towards the downside. More cautious on Ethereum shorts, prefer to look for shorts on Bitcoin first before I'm looking to short Ethereum. If you do continue up, my bias might be wrong, and I will get stopped out on Bitcoin, and I will wait patiently for new triggers to occur. But you have to realize that if we go onto the daily time frame, that Bitcoin is still range bound. Range high over here, range lows over here. You can see beautiful respect of the range lows over here and over here. Mid-range perfectly being respected, which is very important. Deviation of the range low currently near the range highs for Bitcoin. Be patient, be cautious, don't get caught up in all of the euphoria. Yes, we might get a flip. If we do get a confirmed break above and we hold above, we might get a long trigger over here and send it towards the upside. Until then, be patient, be cautious, and if you do have any questions after watching this YouTube update, please let me know in the comments down below. Make sure to smash up the like button, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have reached 1,000 subscribers, guys. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that so much. You have no idea. Let's continue smashing the market this way. Let's continue making money together. Make sure to join the free Discord and I'll speak to you guys there. Ciao, ciao.